Okay, so half a year ago I got this car and it needs body work. And I had no idea, so I did an internship with the body shop. And there was one guy who showed me how to do it, what I need. And I'm going to tell you the stuff that he used the most, like the basics, 95% of the tools. The stuff he had but he didn't use. The stuff he used but I'm really good without. And in the end I'm going to show you one thing that he didn't have, I got, he saw, he got himself as well. Very cool one. And we're going to talk about safety, cleaning and removing, cutting and grinding, shaping, and welding. Okay, so let's get to it. For safety, there's actually only one thing that you must have. There's no way around it. You have to have glasses. There are different kinds. They have to be closed right here, because when you're grinding and all the sparks are flying, you don't want them in your eyes. That's the only thing you have to do. I'm not much of a safety guy. Glasses always on. There are different kinds. You have those kinds and yes. It's totally okay to have headphones, just flying around. If something's very annoying, just put them on. Some people have plugs. I don't know if you need gloves. I don't need them. I just sometimes have them, sometimes don't. Good shoes, of course. Don't do it in flip-flops. Okay, so let's start with the cleaning. You need to remove the paint, you need to remove the primer, and you need to remove the undercoating. So there's this vinyl thing. Great for removing paint. For this guy you need a drill, obviously. Just like a very simple one, basic one. What I also use is a very simple grinder and this wire brush. This guy is very, very nasty. Very careful. Use glasses. And if you have spots where you want to be more gentle, you can have one of those guys. I won't get far in this place. I use this one for removing surface rust and I don't want to be too aggressive on the metal. Same for this one if I want to go more into the corners, maybe, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about cutting out and removing stuff. So for cutting out, I use this very small 12-volt Porsche cutter. You can just cut stuff out and remove it. And also sometimes parts are connected with spot welding. Like here, this one is all like small spots. And to detach those two panels from each other, you need to drill into the spots so the connection is cut. Oh, I forgot this one for cutting out. If you have like very small spots, not so easy accessible, then this Dremel, very nice, just like zzz, and you cut it out. Very cool. And now we get to the fun part, the shaping. It's great to have a bench and you need a vise. You don't really need this one. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. Okay, so here's what you need all the time. You need hammers. A big one and a small one. And a soft one. Here's like a bit of a special hammer. It's a set. I don't know in English, man. So you put this guy behind the metal and then just chew on it. Usually these come in a set of 3 hammers and 4 of those guys. And you need different pliers. These I use the most. Like for example, you have a piece of metal and you just want to gently bend it. Of course, small ones. Screwdrivers, that's basically the most important tool. Pen. A chisel is very, very important that helps you open the spot weldings. Japanese knife. And these grip pliers, I think they're called, for welding. That piece is also for welding. It's made of copper. I just took a basic copper pipe from the hardware store, cut it open here and hammered it flat so it's like this. I got these 2 just simple tubes. If you want to, like for example, if you need this radius, you put this in a vise and just hammer around it. And smaller radius, bigger radius. Oh, magnets, very important. If you want to just weld something, like 2 pieces together, you can just easily put them like this and then do the welding. Okay, next up is this bending machine. It's the cheapest one you can get. You put it in the vise. So you would take a pen, decide where you want to bend it, put it in here, and just bend it. Amazing. Very simple, very effective. Now let me show you one piece of machinery that the guy from the internship, like my teacher, didn't have, but I got. He saw it and he also wanted one, or he got one. A shrinker and stretcher. It's this guy and it comes with two mouths, I would say. You have a shrinker and you have a stretcher. So let's start with the stretcher. You put it in here. And when you stretch the metal, then this happens. So you stretch this piece, and this one goes around. And when I swap out these guys, the opposite happens. And here we go. So we have the stretcher and we have the shrinker. Okay, so let me show you my welding machine. It's a very simple one from German supermarket. It's from Lidl and it's Parkside. It cost me 200 euros and it's capable of 4 different welding systems. It's flux core, stick welding, MIG, MIG I think it's called, and it's even capable of TIG. What's very important, what you can live without, is the gas. You need the gas, and so you don't do flux core on bodywork. It's great to have the wagon because you don't want to carry it and you don't want to carry this guy. So wagon very important. From the same supermarket company, I got those 2 helmets. So with this one, you got a bigger screen, and here you got some light. if it's dark enough. Oh, well, not now. And here I have the chance to connect my iPhone for filming, for your YouTube viewing pleasure. Okay, so there's one thing that the guy who showed me how to do it, he used, but I don't, which is a compressor, so like pressure air. And you have all these things you can connect, like small drills or grinders or pressure air power tools. I don't have, I don't use, I don't really need. I compensate with these small, it's Bosch, it's not sponsored. It's the 12 volt stuff, very simple. I have the power drill. I have the small grinder that sometimes don't work for cutting. And I have the light. So whenever something's empty, I just change the battery and I go. Let me give you a list of the power tools I have. So these guys. Then I have the hot air for removing the undercoating. I have this power drill for only using this vinyl disc. And I got the big grinder for cleaning, basically. Oh, and I use it for what's it called? Grinding, basically. So after welding, you want to clean it up. And the holes are there, with the speed of the rotation, you can kind of see through it and you see what you're grinding. And I also have the small grinding discs for this guy. That's all the stuff. Oh, let me show you There's one piece of machinery that you might use that is very handy and useful. It's this Loch- und Absetzzange. So when you have two pieces of metal like this, you would connect them so. And then do the spot welding, and then they are connected. And if you want to see all these tools in action, then go check out this video. Thanks.